Our today's guest didn't come from money, connections, or investors. In 2023, he was just 10K in his pocket and camera phone. He flew to mountains of Georgia. And right now he is here. And the first time, of course, was rough. His big idea was to start a business or go back home broke. But obviously the first time here was rough, living with his grandparents' tiny apartment, barely even eating. But then one of the videos hit 2 million plus views on TikTok and everything was okay. However, this wasn't an excellent story because of a rise of an ego and then with the downfalls, collapse, obviously, I mean, things that are happening to human beings. But after that, with an amazing comeback, okay? So the Fun Punch today crossed 8 figures, if I'm correct, and is...
we asked for the proof for that. I think he can show it.
We don't need that.
We have all the proof you guys want.
And
all the proof.
Yeah, so which is an amazing story. Again, today's story is about the discipline and fall and rise and how it was actually done.
Give us like a brief life story of yours, and then we'll start bombing you with
follow-up
we'll start pressuring you into telling us some of your secrets of how are you successful. I don't even want to say his age, honestly, guys. Like, it's unfucking believable.
And guys,
I'm not saying his age.
I want you to take advantage of this today because I truly have a lot to tell. I have a lot to show. And anyone watching this podcast, this episode, like, I went through the story myself. No one helped me. And I actually can show people, like, what's possible. If you speak English, you have a phone, you're online, you want to make money, you have the ambition, you have the desire, you have the fire in you, what's possible in, like, I don't want to say 30, 90 days. We're not going to be these gurus promising you guys the world and millions in 90 days. But what's possible if you put 100% of your effort into something that you're truly passionate about in 3 years' time? That's what I'm going to talk about today. The only thing that's going to happen to you when you move to the UK is you're going to become a slave. You're going to work 16 hours a day.
See, guys, that's not me. He's saying that.
Exactly.
He lived there for 12 fucking years. It's not
13
me.
years I lived there. And I'm telling you right now, you come to England with this dream to become whatever, and then you stay there and you're like, fucking hell, I'm Ubering 9 hours a day. I'm paying £100 just to leave my house. I've got insurance. I've got this. I've got that. I've got £10 coffee, cappuccino. I might as well just go back home, do a few Bolt drives, and just live with my family. You know what I mean? It's not all about the money. It really isn't, because money is only great when you make it the way you want to make it, you know? And when you go London for a change of life, whilst you have Wi-Fi, internet, and a nice house back home in Tbilisi, you're not making the right decision. I'm telling you that right now.
Right.
Couldn't have put it in a better way, to be honest. Like, I tried telling people this, but it seems like I don't have the weight to say this.
And
so
what would be the
you.
instant question from somebody like in Tbilisi? So how do I make money then? I don't have any jobs in Georgia, right? That's what they're going to ask. Guys, you're looking for jobs, right? The jobs are not going to be face-to-face. The jobs are not going to be a cafe job in Vacay or a cafe job in Notting Hill, London. That's where I grew up, in Notting Hill. That's not the right place. We're not looking, is it in Tbilisi or is it in London? Is it online or is it offline? And that's what people need to understand, that the economy has shifted. It's not about where am I going to get a job now, what country I'm going to move to. It's not about that. It's about what niche of business I'm going to enter in online money game. Because we have guys, Filipino editors making $3,000 a month. Do you understand?
I think Georgia, my editor is making that
well, what a drive. Just continue.
In Georgia, for $3,000 a month, you're going to be, I don't know, like king of Sabortalo. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be walking around, driving a nice 2016 BMW, and every girl is going to be like, Bicho, like, come pick me up from uni. You know what I mean? $3,000 a month is not a lot of money, all right? When you enter the online money game, right? So change your mindset. Stop looking for opportunities to be handed to you, and go educate yourself a little bit. Stop listening to people that are not from your generation. And I'm sorry if my mom is watching this. World adapts and changes every single 3 years nowadays, extremely fast. Even my older brother, he finished university in Reading, he's a lawyer. Like, I can't take his advice, you know? And that's the reality. I can't take my mom's advice. I can't take my dad's advice. I can't take my grandparents' advice. Because why? The rules have changed. The game has changed. It's AI, GPT, online, Facebook ads, Instagram, like everyone's online. Like the money is where the attention is. And every single one of you guys watching, you're watching this clip on a reel, right?
Yeah.
You're not watching in this clip, me standing outside a coffee shop and telling you something. That interaction doesn't exist anymore. Like it's extremely rare. So the same way you think about spending your time and having fun, you should be thinking about making money. It's online. You stop looking for it in a university, in a degree from a teacher who doesn't even know what the fuck is going on right now in this world. Your teacher, your mentor, the person who's putting information into your brain doesn't even know what's going on in this world. Is that a good teacher?
Well, I like the type of teachers that read how to run a business and never actually done
You
one.
like the type of teachers that have experience and information that can be taught and applied instantly after you leave that lesson. Is that right?
Yeah,
True.
exactly.
Because
exactly.
if you pay me, for example, $10,000 to make your podcast blow up online, right? And I tell you, well, in 1945, there used to be this one guy who made this marketing
study.
campaign. I tell you a case study, right? You're gonna be like, fuck, that was interesting. But how do me and Georgi apply this to our business? And then you're gonna go and find some guy who does a podcast and has results, right?
Yeah. That's how it goes usually.
So why are you going to university then
Right.
to study? There's two things that I want to mention for anyone. It's like two characteristics that somebody who wants to become successful needs to adapt, right? Roasting. Roasting doesn't exist, right? Me telling you to your face the truth, the reality of your situation and saying that, bro, you need to fucking lock in and do this and that. It's not me roasting you. It's me giving you a favor. And me and my friends, everyone in my team, we are so rude and we are so real to each other that like we can have 10 wins in a row and have one fuck up and just for the whole day be like, bro, you are shit. Like bro, like you're not made for this. You're not the guy. You know what I mean? And the best thing the person can do is take this in and change, right? If you feel angry, you feel upset, this game is not for you.
You believe that anger is a good motivation.
I
You
think it's the
remind
best.
me of someone.
I think it's the best. I think it's the best. You know
Can
what
we
I mean?
name any like successful multiculturalism nation?
Dubai, but they're at the beginning stage.
Dubai is multinational, but
It's a business city, you know.
yeah,
It was
I
built
don't
to
think
make money.
It's very specific in a sense that people just go there, they make money and they live, or they don't make money and they stay there forever.
Dubai is a place that we have to kind of watch for the next 20, 30 years. It's a case study. That's the way I look at it. All of us wanted probably to move to Dubai or had the thought to move to Dubai.
I got a lot of friends there, and all of them are hustling all the time and then working like 12 hours a day. Well, some of them make a good money,
If you're a coach, a trader, a forex scammer, you should go to Dubai.
Yeah, if you have good sales skills.
If you need a good visual for your reel, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, like Dubai is a nice place.
Yeah, it's not
I
bad.
think if somebody who does business, they should go visit Dubai. I don't think they should live in Dubai. But if you have something going on and there's other guys in your niche, for example, in e-commerce, there's some meetups, there's other e-commerce millionaires, you should go talk to them, see what they do.
Basically for networking, that's what you're saying. Yeah, exactly.
And
that's what Dubai is.
Leave straight after because you need to lock in and do work. As a guy from a single mom family, a Georgian mom, I'm half Georgian, half Russian, lived in London now for 10 years, 2023.
You're still in contact with your dad? I'm still curious.
Yeah. Me and dad are best friends, but we're friends. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So we have a good time together, but we don't talk about family.
I understand.
That's it. Yeah. My upbringing is extremely cultural because I really respect older people, I respect my baby, my baba, they live in here, they live in Rustaveli. Yes, my granddad's Marlen Mikiani. He was actually the head of Georgian community in Latvia from 1990 to 1999. He was one of the first millionaires after Soviet Union collapsed in Latvia. He had a shop and he was selling Armenian cognac. Should I take my
Yeah,
jacket?
sure, no worries. So,
You're allowed to do that. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. I drop out of uni. I tell my mom I'm about to graduate, but I'm going to move back in home because my graduation is in 6 months. I don't need to be in uni anymore. My exams are coming up. I'm just going to save money and live with you again. I left my house at 19. I lied and I was broke, you know. So first thing I do is I get jobs, right? And my mom was like, why are you working so many jobs? Are you not supposed to be studying? I'm like, yes, but I feel bad being here. I want to pay your rent, you know. I paid £300 rent, just like for groceries and stuff like that. I get a construction job. I worked there 2 months and I am very ADHD, but in a way that I cannot be in one spot in my life for longer than 3 months. And what do I mean by that? Like, I have to level up. I have to see progress in order to be motivated. So I work 2 months in construction. I make 2.5K pounds, save it all up. I get a job now at waitering in what do you call it? Waitering at weddings. Right?
okay.
Yeah.
I'm 6'3", I'm Georgian. I shave my beard. If I shave my beard, I look more Slavic. That's the truth, yeah.
All right.
Right now, I look very Georgian, but if I shave my beard, I look a little bit more Slavic, you know, because I'm tall, 6'3". My eyes are not like very round. I'm hazel. I look a little bit more like on the Slavic side. I get this job. They're paying £20 an hour in weddings. So you're a waiter. You do wine waitering. Hello, madam. Would you like some red or white wine? Sure, we've got the Sauvignon Blanc, blah, blah, blah.
You got my money.
Exactly. So I'm doing this waitering jobs. They're paying £20 an hour. Now I'm making a little bit more, 3 to 3.5K a month. Slowly, 2 months later, the guy at a wedding told me, wow, you're so great. Your service is so great. You can do another job, which is similar, model hosting. So I get a job at Van Cleef. All right. You know Van Cleef?
That's a huge wedding.
Jewelry.
Yeah.
Jewelry.
Oh, okay.
Jewelry. It's a very big jewelry brand. Drake made it famous. It's the flower, little necklaces, little bracelets. So I get a job there. It pays £25 an hour now. And I have 10-hour shifts every day.
Okay.
I'm thinking, fuck.
Yeah, not
I'm
bad.
23 now. My birthday was in August. I just told my mom I graduated now. I gave her a fake PDF. And now she's like, so when is graduation? I'm like, oh, it's going to be soon. Okay. I'm like, I need a plan.
I know for a fact that it's in July, like for
Exactly.
every fucking university. In
So
the
what do
UK.
I do? I work in Van Cleef for 4 months. I save up £5,000. I get my friend. And whilst doing all this, we were trying to figure out how we're going to get rich, right? What are we going to do? E-commerce. We picked e-commerce. It was luck. I just saw someone sell products online. And for me, like, I make myself look stupid or silly sometimes, but letting people like lead me on. So I would believe you. If you came to me and you said you made $100,000 in crypto yesterday, I would believe you straight away. But then I would start speaking to you, meeting you, talking, and see if it's true or not. Do you get what I'm saying?
Of course.
So that's my skill. I will look stupid to you at first. I'll be like, oh shit,
Okay,
yeah, really? Teach me, bro.
Playing
Oh my
along,
God,
yeah.
yeah. But it's a real reaction, you know? I truly believe somebody first time I meet them. Like, I don't want to be the skeptical guy sitting back.
Like you want
I
to see
truly
how,
trust you.
where it's gonna go, right?
Exactly.
Like you're giving them a
No,
chance.
I just believe in humanity. I think people are good, and I truly trust you. If you tell me I'm from here, I make this much money, fair enough. Let's
why
have
not?
a conversation. Because
Why
you
shouldn't-
have to, bro.
Yeah, I mean, why shouldn't
You know,
believe
a
that?
lot of
I mean,
people
that's-
are trying to say
Okay.
like you have to be select. No, you have to just keep trying. You know. So I'm gonna give a lot of people that try. I'm gonna hire a lot of people for my business, and I'm gonna fire them fast. But I hired them, right? I saw what they did, and I didn't like it, and I let them go. So you have to be both ways. You have to be very acceptive, and then also be able to let go quite fast. You know what I'm saying? Hire fast and fire faster. That's rule number 1 in business. So anyone, clippers, editors, cameraman, if you don't like what they're doing, you have a conversation with them. If they're continuing with that, let them go. That's it. You have to be cruel, man. It's your life. You're spending your time, and if they're not respecting your time, they're disrespecting you. And you have to never cheat on yourself. Never. If you want to become successful, you can never, ever cheat on yourself. And I say it towards every single bit of your life, apart from your mom and your dad. You can't accept a lot of things from your family, but in terms of women, even like your wife and stuff, do not ever cheat on your mission. Like, guys, somebody's gonna come when something's going on for you, right? And try to take it. It can be a man, a woman, a worker, an editor. It can be anyone, right? But you need to, and this sounds a little bit geeky, write down your core values, who I am, what I believe in. And if this person is not lining up, you have to let them go. You have to let them go.
Completely agree.
Law of detachment, you know. Anyways, what was I explaining?
You were talking about, you know,
okay.
you were trying to fake your graduation party, something like that.
So I'm living in my mom's house now for a few months, working a few jobs, right? And I get this job in Van Cleef. It's paying me £30 an hour. I get some events sometimes. It pays me £1,000 a day. I'm thinking, what the fuck? I'm printing motherfucking paper, GBP, Queen Elizabeth on my notes. You know what I'm saying? So now we realize that a 9 to 5 will not make you live comfortably in London. So now we need to reverse engineer how the fuck do we live comfortably in London. So we listen to this story right here.
Yeah.
So you're 23, you started making 5K a month within the first 4 months of working because you just got a little bit lucky. Van Cleef, I get fired, all right? Month 4, I get fired.
Oh, why did you get fired?
Because you deal with rich people, and rich people don't like when things are not their way, right? And you are dealing with somebody like me who has a little bit of a, I would say young, back then, ego about himself, attitude. So I get a rich customer come into Van Cleef. He's telling me, I want to see this, this, and that. I tell him, no, sorry, sir, our sales team is not available right now. You're going to have to go on the list. He shows me his jewelry, and he shows me an RM, a Richard Mille. It was in Selfridges, London. And I tell him, I don't care about your watch, sir. You're going to still be in the queue like everyone else. And I look him in the eyes. And he tells me straight to my face, you're going to be fired very soon, young man. So look for another job. And this is where my villain arc began. I got fired, but thank God I saved up, all right? I have £5,000 to my name now. And me and my friend has this idea. We wanted to launch an e-commerce store, an e-commerce brand. And we tried something for like a few days, right? Like, you know, when you and your friend link up and you're like, bro, this business idea, you sit on the phone, let's go out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've done that 2-3 times.
We were like that, let's do the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one thing, guys. If you're trying to achieve something or you're trying to make money online, right? It's going to take you probably 20 of these tries before you have your real try, if you know what I mean. Absolutely. And that's fine. Don't look at failures. They don't exist. Like for me, like I don't even know how many times I failed. I only think I won every single time, you know? And I brainwashed myself to the point where I think I've won with every single thing I've ever done. And it's not true, you know? Now I'm like zoning out of this, but I brainwashed myself and I'm like, I've won every single time. Every single business I've made money. You know what I mean?
Mindset.
I want to be in this kind of like mindset. So we save up £5,000 each. My friend, he got a job. He had a bit more strict parents. He had a father and a mother.
Are you guys still in London right now?
Yeah, still in London. My friend from Albania, not. He was working a job after completing uni. He actually finished his education. So me and him, we became best friends just on one single aspect, is that we couldn't care less about taking risk, you know? We used to go gamble everything we had together, and we had just this vibe. Yo, bro, me and you can be millionaires. Yes, 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 yes. Done. 2 delusional retards. That's how I have to say. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. We save £5,000 together, and we do this. We had an idea. We found a punching bag, right, online. We were scrolling a website called Man's Roots. Sorry, not Man's Roots. That's another brand we have. We're Manscaped. Right? So if you have a boyfriend, you live in the UK, you usually go like Manscaped. It's like a gifts for men type of website. Okay. So me and him decided we're going to launch a brand, right? We didn't know e-commerce. We just saw that you can sell products online and make money. So we sat down, and this is how simple the logic was. How are we going to get sales on this punching bag? Bro, I'm just going to open an Instagram account and make some videos. Yo! You had some viral videos about fitness, and me too. Yeah. Bro, it's going to be so easy. We're going to make $1 million in 90 days. That was the mindset,
Okay.
right? So what do? We put £5,000 together, and we had this idea like 6 or 7 months before. So we were preparing, we were a little bit researching. That's why we knew we needed to save up some money because we needed to buy some stock to make the product stand out. We branded it. And the time has come. My mom is saying, oh, graduation is next month. It's July soon, right? And I tell Nat, bro, and I lie a little bit. I say, bro, I think the best place to launch a brand is in Georgia, in Gudauri. It's a mountain place. I went there when I was 15. You can ski there. I think in summer, we can just be running around like all the UFC champions training and working on our business. And my friend goes, yeah, that sounds great. You know what I mean? So we end up in Gudauri. We leave our jobs. I got fired. He leaves his job. We have £5,000 each saved up. Yeah. And we land to Gudauri. When we launch our business, we make videos. It's failing. 30 days, nothing. We're already planning like, what the fuck? We told everyone we're going to become millionaires from selling products online. It's not working. Gudauri, Airbnb is running out.
Was the stock in China and you were just managing it from the... Okay.
So we invested all our money into stock. And when we landed in Gudauri, we said, to survive and eat, we're going to have to get sales. Do you understand? We went all in. We burned the boats. Do you understand?
Okay.
And the Gudauri Airbnb ran out. And I'm like, fuck. My grandparents have a studio apartment in Batumi. Bro, we can go to Batumi. It's going to be lit. It's going to be sick. There's going to be girls. We're going to be working. We're going to be exercising. We're going to be running. Yeah. Like, my friend trusts me a lot. We get to Batumi and something has changed. Like, the energy has changed. Like, completely. Batumi became the printing capital of our journey. Day 37 in Georgia. It's 1 week into Batumi. We make a TikTok video. It goes 2 million views overnight. We literally wake up.
What video is it? Like, can we link it?
Yeah, we can link it. It's a very simple video. It's just showcasing how the product works. Sticking, punching, adding some rhythm, a sound, boom. 2 million views, right? Keep in mind, we have like probably $300 combined left, and we're living in our grandparents' studio. We wake up, $800 in sales. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? This was so easy, bro. Last night talking about shit. Shopify is charging us $30 a month. We're gonna go broke soon. 10 charges. We are down. We can't even run our brand. We can't even run our website. Boom. 1 more day goes by. 6 million views. The sales now there. So the way it works is when you blow up initially on social media, your follower count is low. So you ain't got that much trust. Mm-hmm. But then you have a bit more followers. You have a bit more people commenting. You have the social proof. You put your highlights into place.
What you mean right now.
Now the conversion rate increases. People believe your product. They trust you more.
They feel like you didn't buy those views or something, right?
Exactly. They've seen the hype. They've seen the hype is the best way you can blow up is because it came like a God's gift. You became approved by the people. Right? So those guys online on Instagram that buying followers, they still get no bitches. Why? Because they didn't have the real aura, you know?
Yeah.
They didn't get chosen by the girls. They didn't get chosen by the guys. They bought it, right? So it's equivalent as going to get some pussy paying for a prostitute. You ain't got the aura, you know what I'm saying? You ain't that guy.
You tell no lies, man.
You ain't that guy. And what happens eventually, second day, we go do 6 million views on that video now. We do $3,000 in sales. We are shocked. What is going on? We are kings of the world. And if you watch my old videos, we are delusional guys, you know? We had so much confidence. We consumed a lot of like content online about men, masculine, this, that. Bro, we think we're the kings of the world. We're making the most money. 3,000 a day times 365 days. That's 10 million. Like, bro, me and you, we made this one idea, first ever business, and we already made 10 million. That's day 2 of us getting sales. So then everything started work, like kind of momentum, right? In business started. The initial momentum, proof of concept. Fuck's sake, we were planning this for 7 months, and this shit blew the fuck up. Everyone loves us. For the next 2-3 weeks, we're doing 2K days, $3,000 a day, no paid media, no paid ads, no sponsorships, just pure reels and sales. So the profit margin is around 50-60%. Organic dropshipping, that's what it used to be called. All right, never do organic dropshipping. I'll explain why. So, of course, go
Small
ahead.
question. So you were doing just drop shipping. You weren't doing private labeling or something like.
No. So we bought 1,000 units and put our own design on the product.
Okay,
so it was
like
white label.
it wasn't like a classic drop shipping. You
No,
branded it.
No. No one was running this product apart from us.
Okay.
And that was number one thing we wanted to have when we launched this business, is we wanted to have a product no one had. You know why? It's not a good thing, and it's also not a bad thing. Firstly, you have no competition. But secondly, in the online business game,
you need to educate
you have to
market.
steal to win, right? Do not reinvent the wheel. The
Yeah.
great artists, they just remake and steal.
Exactly.
We had no one to copy, right? But what we did was we copied similar products, accessories, gadgets for home, remade it in our own style, with our own little sound, with our own product, and it blew up. So that was the formula. We took things from Reels. For example, let's say you guys are in a podcast niche, right? You might be looking for somebody completely different niche, like two girls talking about dating. And let's say what they're doing is they're drinking wine and they're getting drunk. So you guys take this concept and you apply it to your niche, more than 9 to 5, business, MBS, professionals, right? And you also introduce wine and start getting drunk and it blows up. Why? Because you use something that proven to work. And when something works on Instagram, works on Reels, works in marketing, it means that psychologically it worked on a human. So that means that if you take that concept and you iterate it a little bit and you apply it onto your own brand, you're psychologically engineering your podcast to work on human behaviors. Because numbers, views, and data is just responses from other humans, right? So if somebody worked, that means there's something psychologically behind it that got triggered in a human to react, to like, to view, to share. And you need to reverse engineer that in order for you to blow up as well.
You're making so many good points. I'm gonna challenge you even more.
Guys, I want to mention one thing, yeah? Anyone asking me for proof, for receipts, challenges, I went through 3 years gutter. Do you know what gutter is? Gutter is like when you just with your friend in Godauri and this, then you make a bit of money, then you spend, and you are just struggling every single day.
Oh yeah, you didn't finish that one.
You're
like
suffering.
you were doing so fine,
Yeah.
and then what happened?
We weren't doing fine.
Yeah,
we
now
believe
the
we were doing
downfall
fine.
part, yeah.
Yeah, we weren't doing fine. We thought we were doing fine, but we were looking at a small time frame. We were looking for a few weeks, and of course, after 1 month of hype, the sales went down. The products stopped selling that much. We then tried new things, and what we done was the initial momentum wasn't even momentum. It was around $60,000-$70,000 in sales we got organically. And then we tried meta ads, and then we got lucky that it was around November, December times, and we discovered that people buy gifts. So we did our first 6 months, £350,000 in sales, right? And that's where the downfall began. £350,000 in 6 months. How would you guys feel? Let me ask you this.
For us, it's
$500,000.
It's a lot of money.
And you made around 30% profit.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, so
if you've
is
never-
that roughly 200K? How much is it? Yeah. It's not.
It's a lot of
not bad
money.
at all.
No, what
Yeah,
I'm saying
not
is
bad
that
at
if
all.
you've never touched that type of money before,
Never.
that would be, then
At
you don't know
23,
what to
I
do.
bet,
23?
yeah.
No. So
And
you
you've
don't
been
know
doing
what
business
to
less
do,
than
yeah.
6 months. How would you feel?
No, that's.
I'd be amazed.
Yes.
You would think you're you touch things and it becomes money.
So what happened next? Okay, so a few months went by.
So,
no sales.
So now you
Luckily-
think that you are the king. So what?
Okay.
now?
Luckily, we've got a case study. We've got a story. So what happens next? You make 200,000 profit in less than 6 months. You get a penthouse in Canary Wharf, London.
Excuse me, sorry, I still need the context. Like, did you guys actually try that during COVID? Was it after?
No,
or-
2023. I'm
Oh,
born
so
in
that's
2000.
like-
I'm
that's like
2023.
recent past.
Very
All right,
recent,
okay.
yeah.
You bought a penthouse.
Not bought. So it's extremely hard to buy things in London when you just made six.
You're talking about the link
Bro,
London.
you cannot buy anything in London unless you're a
I
billionaire,
thought
not
you
a
said it
millionaire.
somewhere else. You said it somewhere else. That's
Yeah.
what I thought. So, in UK, okay. Yeah.
So 2023 quarter four finishes. December is over. Christmas is over. We just made 350,000 pounds in sales. In dollars, it's whatever, $500,000. Me and my business partner decide to put 50% of our net worth into 6 months rent of a penthouse in Canary Wharf.
Doesn't sound very smart, to be honest.
No, but it sounds so cheap when you think next month you're gonna make another $500,000, right?
Yeah.
Right?
That's where my office was in
So-
What he's
Canary
actually
Wharf.
asking
Canary
is
Wharf.
why you thought that you would kind of make it that much money.
Because we didn't understand the business cycle, right? So
Yeah.
in every single niche there is cycles. In business
Didn't
there
you
is
guys
cycles.
hire anyone? Like,
No, it was just three
consultants?
guys working.
Okay.
You know?
So all the money was split. Okay, I mean
Yeah.
that's huge. That's huge.
That's
yeah.
big money, you know. And we're thinking like we're just gonna continue doing the same thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna be in this penthouse now, and we're just gonna print even more money, and then we're gonna be fucking 23 bitches in our penthouse. You know what I'm saying? And we got humbled very, very fast. So we paid the money. It was £7,000 a month, penthouse, for 6 months. That's what 42,000, right? 7 times 10 is 49. Yeah, 42,000.
Makes sense. Yeah.
A lot of money.
Plus deposit, another 7, 49. Plus moving, basically living lifestyle. I'm in a penthouse now. I need to go to the best restaurant. I need to go to Mayfair. I need to have, if I'm meeting a girl, I need to go to Gaucho's. If you're from London, it's a steakhouse. And then I need to get Uber Lux to my penthouse in Canary Wharf. And then the driver's gonna come out, open the door, and I'm gonna step into my thing. And then I'm in the elevator, and she's like, "So what floor do you live in?" I'm gonna say, "Well, actually, mine's floor 35 and 36 because it's a 2-floor penthouse." So you've ride this whole funnel before, and then 3 months later you go broke. and
Very
you go
quick
in
lifestyle
debt.
change, right?
Very quick.
Yeah.
Guys, if you make your first money, best advice you can have is put the money away, let the hype die down for the first 2 to 3 months, and then start making investment decisions and spending decisions, please.
Yeah.
Because you think you're on top of the world when you're printing, but you're not. Because you think that you're gonna do that every single day, but you don't know what the cycle
You need
is.
someone looking over your shoulder, basically. You know,
You need
someone
a
who
mentor.
understands the game.
You need somebody who's went through what you went through, and he can just tell you, chill, this is gonna be this, this, and this. And we never bought mentorships back then, right? We're young guys, blew up, done millions of views online organically, no paid media, recorded videos ourselves, made so much money. Rented a penthouse. 3 months in, we got completely broke. Like literally zero, right? And what happens next? We end up in debt because if you run a business, you understand that there's some credit cards, there's American Business, American Express. You have a lot of credit when you can show them revenue, you can show them sales, you can show them bank statements,
Yeah.
$250,000 a month in December, $250,000 in November. Oh shit, here is $100K credit. You know what I'm saying? Amex
Yeah,
Gold
love loans.
back then. 3 months in, we become broke at zero. Then we try to launch more products under our brand Fun Punch, more products. We try to do clothing. We're thinking, oh shit, it's a boxing product. We're gonna do boxing clothing. We burn another 30,000. And June 2024, we're sitting in our penthouse. We have 1 week left to pay rent. And because we didn't have no credit score, we didn't have any proof of income because we just made money, we had to pay 6 months advance every time. Do you understand?
Okay, so you're basically getting kicked out if you don't
They're
make it
saying,
in 1
email,
week.
hey guys, yeah, if you're not gonna transfer us today, you're gonna have to leave the apartment in a month. In a week. We're 100K in debt by then in June 2024, and the decision we do and the decision we make is we have to go back to Batumi, Georgia.
Wait.
Okay, so from London to Gudauri, then to Batumi, then back to
No,
London,
from
and then from
London-
London back
Wait,
to
when you
Batumi.
started to make that much money, does your mom already know that you...
Oh, the graduation part, you didn't
Actually,
say.
did.
The graduation didn't matter when I got a 2-floor penthouse in Canary Wharf.
That's what I wanted
Okay,
to
so
ask.
you sold that story to your mom.
So, okay.
I saw the story. I gave a big gift. Like, I spent some money,
so
you know. Remember what I said about Batumi, Georgia? I felt the energy. It was like printing area. Like something was aligning there. Something was right there. And I believe in energy, right? I'm a businessman with a big team, 15 people, me and my business partner. We preserve our energy, right? Like right now, I didn't eat for a long time before coming to this podcast. I had a bit of food. I was ready. Like I had a glass of wine before as well. I wanted the catalyst to come into work. But yeah, I wasn't talking to my friends much. I was sitting down, I was watching your content, I was doing some work. I even warmed up a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the energy I pass through this mic is what the other people on Reels are gonna watch, and that's the energy. If they feel it, we're gonna get views, and that's how my brand works, right? The advertisements we make on Meta, the creatives that we pump out, people watch and have a reaction because why? They see a kid growing, playing with our products, being happy with their father. I'm not selling Farm Punch. I'm not selling a boxing product. I'm selling a moment of a father and a son punching something and giggling. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's what I'm selling. I'm selling that energy. And if a mother watches it, bro, she's going to buy. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get into marketing source later on.
Masterclass of how you sell
we can
it.
do very business podcast, but we go broke. The first thing that comes into our mind, Rezi.
Yes, that's
I got
correct.
it right now,
yes,
right?
that's correct.
Rezi is my landlord's name.
So now you need to go to the magical wonderland place, which is
He wishes to
Batumi.
be around.
Yeah, the energy,
Ajara,
like with the different energy.
Georgia. So we book our tickets. We're $100,000 in debt now, right? We are $60,000 in debt to Amex, American Express, and we're also $40,000 in debt to our supplier for clothing. Because why? The way it works in China is that you can negotiate terms, right? If you want, for example, 2,000 bottles of red wine produced, I can say that I'm gonna cover with my down payment the actual cost of the product. And you're gonna have to have a conversation heart to heart with them and say, how much does it cost? Like, tell me the price for me to cover. And they're gonna say 25% we need. So let's say you have a $10,000 deal. They're gonna say,
before you continue, I still have a question because I was also curious about getting in contact with Chinese manufacturers and stuff like that. Did all this happen through online, or did you actually go to China?
Everything started from Alibaba.
Okay.
Yeah, no meeting people, nothing, just messages, right? And Chinese are very bad at speaking
How do you
English.
build? Yeah, I know exactly. How do you build trust and how do you build this connection?
I got a bit lucky at the start, I'll be real. So when we were at the start, when we blew up in Batumi 2023, just at the start, no sales, no experience. On Fiverr, we just were like two guys sitting down in an apartment and we were like, we keep speaking to these Chinese people in English. Like maybe we just put a little bit of money and like just get some Chinese guy to speak to them. Okay. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Agent, right? So, and I call this Ecom business. So like two guys, let's just fuck speaking to them China. Like they don't understand me in English, right? Let's get a Chinese fucker to speak to them. And this is exactly the conversation we had. So we found a lady. No, for real, that's exactly how it was. And we found a Chinese lady, right? Who had 0 stars
Very
on
non-traditional business approaches you take, bro. I mean, I gotta say, very non-academic stuff.
We didn't overthink. Never.
Yeah.
You just don't overthink. You just take action. So, all good?
Yeah.
Okay. So we just literally invested like $50 and we went on Fiverr and we found a lady who had 0-star reviews, but she was very responsive. You know when somebody just replies to you straight away?
Yeah.
The whole night, no matter what time you message them, they just reply. And she was so responsive. And we were like, you're our agent now, go speak to our factory. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Until this day, we made this lady rich. She still works with us. Her name is Zoe. She lives in Guangzhou, China. We visited her this summer. We have a vlog coming out in China.
Bro. This is exactly what I was trying to understand.
She has a kid and a husband. So when she started working with us, her baby was just born. So she was a broke, hungry, just like us. We met on Fiverr. And she had no experience, and now she's our agent doing thousands of orders, fulfilling them in China and doing business deals with Chinese.
So you still got this connector. This is what I was wondering.
We were ahead without realizing that we were ahead because we weren't doing business London to China. We were doing business China to China straight away because she would give them her passport, her document, and sign contracts.
Nice.
Because she was all in.
Sweet.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
Listen,
like most of us, basically.
luck, genetics is all part of this journey, right? But then also mindset plays a much bigger part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So without the mindset, there wouldn't have been luck and genetics. Do you get what I'm saying? So
You
the
believe.
mindset had to come first. The trying, the being so ridiculous with the targets, with the ideas, with this had to be there first. So I believe that mindset and confidence overpowers any luck or any fucking genetics in the world. And every single most powerful guy in the
Agree.
world is 5'6", 8", and they're running the whole fucking thing behind the scenes. So shut up. I'm not successful because I'm this, and that. It's just because I put in the work.
Yeah. How do we make this podcast blow up? How do we make more money? How do we succeed? How do we brand ourselves? How do we give the type of value to our audience that actually becomes the money?
So before you
Take your time, honestly. Like,
so before you ask yourself how, you need to understand like what's your goal. So how much money do you guys want to make with this podcast? And like the reason I asked about money because you're trying to make money. You're not doing this for fun or for yourself or for great network.
okay,
Come on,
I need
let's
to
be
give you
real.
more context. You're right. So let's say you're ChatGPT and I'm talking to you like
Yeah.
very honestly.
Bloody-
Right? Okay, I'm
I-
prompting to you right now. So basically,
Valento GPT is gonna give a business answer to.
we started this for fun,
Yeah.
and we started this because we actually had something to tell to the audience. You
Yeah.
know, I was freshly returned from the UK. I had a lot to talk about my experience, and you know, we've been thinking about doing podcasts for a while. So this
Okay.
is this is why we started. We like this thing, but
Okay.
now we see a real
That's all I
opportunity.
needed to know.
Right now,
I can give
yeah.
you the
So
I
this
can
is
give you
what
the
we like.
blueprint of becoming rich of podcast living in Georgia. All right. So you like doing
Oh,
this?
sorry. One more context to give you. We're the only ones who are doing this in English in Georgia, like
Yeah,
real Georgian
exactly.
podcast in English.
One of one.
Unique niche.
Unique selling point is called in
Yeah.
business. So you've got a unique selling point is that you are two Georgians that speak well spoken in English, and you're one of the first people doing it. So if you understand like and you have marketing experience and education, there's something called sophistication levels, right? Do you know anything about that? So let me give you an
trying to-
example.
yeah.
When a mobile phone was dropped, right? You just say this is a mobile phone. You call your friend, you get sales because you're one of one, right? You don't need to give them any promises. You don't need to sell them any features. You are the first guy selling a
Yeah,
mobile
okay.
phone. So every time you do business, you need to always see your niche and see that what sophistication level you're in. So stage one is you have something novelty, new. Stage two is you have something, you're second new, but you have a little feature. Stage three, you have a unique mechanism. Stage four, you have a selling. So you're not the first guy doing podcasts in Tbilisi, in Georgia, but you're the first guy doing podcasts in English in Georgia. So that's your selling point. Your sophistication stage number 4. All right? What does that mean? That means that you need to start to advertise yourself in the right channels. So you said you want to make money, right? You started this for fun, so you wanted. So, one second, sorry. So this is the blueprint, all right, on how to make money with this podcast in Georgia. Number one is you really like doing this, which is great.
We're having a lot
I
of
truly
fun.
believe
Yeah.
that this is the secret. Is you need to be doing something that you can put 12 hours a day, and you're gonna be like, you know what, bro, this was amazing, even if I didn't get paid. Because that's something I had to go through for so many months, bro. I was trying to scale my brand, Fun Punch, not Ecom, my brand, my idea. No, I never looked at it as Ecom. I always looked at it as my brand,
Yeah.
my idea, my expression, my business. So once you tick that off and you're doing something that you can do for 12 hours, 10 hours a day, you're already on track, all right? Because now whoever tries to launch a podcast and they hate it, you're gonna outwork them. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think
All right.
I understand.
So you guys already ticked the first box. You're doing something that you can do for hours and you don't care even if like you didn't make a lot of money now, but you want to make money later. So now what you need to do is realize that you started this for fun, but in order to make money, you need to understand your offer. How you're gonna make money. All right? Because how you're gonna make money is gonna dictate who you're speaking to, what you're selling, and what you say in your content. Because what you say in your content is going to attract a certain type of people, right? So right now I'm talking about business systems, right? And my offer from every single view that's here and every single DM I get It's not gonna be because, oh, this is some fun bullshit. It's because I gave value to my ICP, my ideal customer profile. So what you guys need to do after this podcast is to reverse engineer your podcast, understand your goal, understand your offer, create your link, how much you're gonna charge, who you're gonna charge, when I mean who you're gonna charge is, you need to be like this. Like for me, I wanna charge 20 to 30-year-old doing 100,000 a month in e-commerce, runs the business by himself or with his friend, and he wants to scale to 7-figure months and hire people. That's my offer. That's who I want to appeal to. Now that I have that in place, I have that link in bio, I have that written, you know what I'm saying? I can curate my content. I can adjust my messaging. I can make some notes, notes on here, mention some upsells things, and now I will do what? I'll start market research because I know my niche now. I know exactly who I'm trying to target. I know exactly who I'm trying to sell to. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna market research. So if this is a modern 9-to-5 podcast in Tbilisi, and you realize that I cannot make much money in Tbilisi, this is gonna become a modern 9-to-5 podcast for people who are like you guys, who are from Eastern Europe or from somewhere in Europe, like Georgia, Tbilisi, and you want to make money online, and you start sharing your experience and you start sharing, inviting guests. And for example, your offer can be, look at our guests, look how they make money not living in US, or they made money not living in the UK. They made money living in Georgia.
Yeah.
So we're gonna build your life, break it down, and show you the path to living in Tbilisi and making money with whatever you're passionate about. Do you understand? And this, you're never
I was just gonna say, like, I'm getting the first of all, thanks so much. Like, you're giving so many good ideas, such a good blueprint.
I want to just
Question to
can
you,
I say
like,
one more thing, please?
Do you feel the same thing? Sorry,
No,
like,
wait,
I need to.
Yeah.
I felt like most of the stuff that he was saying, like we're kind of trying to already do that.
Yeah.
Like, do you get the same feeling?
Yeah, and that means
or is
you're
it just
right.
me? Yeah.
The
So I
idea
think
is that we are thinking. What he's saying is that you need to do that.
Yeah, you're doing.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you need to keep doing, bro. You need to keep doing. And then the puzzle pieces are gonna align. Do you know what I mean?
But one thing that like caught my attention was like another question I had. So you mentioned something like, do we need to narrow down our focus a bit?
So guys,
do we have to do it?
There's path 2, buying a mentorship, which makes everything so much easier. And you see how I'm talking, right?
Yeah.
It looks like I've studied this, right? And I did, all right?
Okay.
And I'm sitting on this podcast, telling my story. I've written my story out more than 10 times. The reason I speak so well is because
memorized it.
I know my story off by heart.
I know what you
and
mean.
And the
exactly.
reason I done that is because I have an offer in place and I know exactly who I want to partner with, who I want to talk with every day, and who I want to work with. I'm not gonna sit here and talk some random stuff and then work with like 19-year-old who watches TikTok. It's not worth my time. I know my value. I respect my time. And remember what I said earlier? You can never cheat on yourself.
Also
so you have to sit down. You guys too, business partners. You're so lucky you already have a business partner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what 95% of people already don't have. They're doing it solo. So you two need to sit down. You need to put bullshit aside. Don't drink wine, nothing. Sit down in the morning and write exactly where the fuck you want to be and exactly who the fuck you want to have in your circle and exactly who the fuck you want to be in 5 years where you want to live. Like just, you guys
like
don't know yourself.
basically we need to get
Do you
serious,
understand?
right?
No, you just don't know what you want. And when you don't know what you want, you're just gonna keep trying and you're gonna keep trying and you're never gonna end up in a destination because you don't have one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's number one. Understand who you are, then understand who you want to have around you, build ideal customer profile. And guys, as geeky as it sounds, right? You have to sit down, write a piece of paper and just write.
I know.
As geeky as it sounds, right?
It's not like
University dropout is telling you this, bro. Look at me. I look like I've never sat down and done an hour of work on my laptop, but I fucking did. You know what I'm saying? And I had to do it. And the reason I did it is because I never cheated on myself, you know? I dropped out of uni, I lied to my mom, I spend all this money, blah, blah, blah. I tell people all these promises, but then I put in the work because I was like, I can never look into someone's face and be the liar. You know what I'm saying? Just to destroy any like limiting beliefs about making money in Georgia and becoming a millionaire.
Agree that it's not about the place.
I want to
especially
mention
nowadays.
that I live in Georgia for the past year, full time. And I have a US business, right? A US company. And I'm able to operate and do $1 million a month on this setup with exactly the same SilkNet MACD connection you have. And I'm using ChatGPT, all the AI tools.
Yeah.
And there is nothing stopping them because look at you guys, you speak English, you have the same, like, guys, you can do exactly what I do in like less than a year if you have the right path and you have the right mindset. That's literally, it's becoming faster and easier and scarier how quickly people can make money. We're back in Batumi. We just made some money. We spent on a penthouse and we went completely broke.
Yes, that's...
We're £100,000 in debt. What do? You go back to where everything worked, which was Batumi, Georgia, just a year ago. So in a year's time, we went up, thought we're millionaires, started living the lifestyle, got humbled, and we're
Penthouse
back
in London,
Penthouse.
now back in Batumi because you couldn't. It was the time to leave the place because you couldn't afford to pay. Yeah, all right.
Exactly.
So that's where we are.
And plus
So-
everything worked in Batumi. So let's go to...
Yeah, why not?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you have to always spot these little, sequences, the little behaviors, and be like, oh, Batumi worked. There was a perfect environment. Let's go back. We make a return to Batumi. We make our life extremely hard. We start going back into routine. There's waking up 5, 6 a.m., working out, going to the MMA gym, training in Batumi Boxing Academy, just getting beat up to get punished for what we just did for the past 6 months. You have to punish yourself as a man if no one is punishing you to teach yourself a lesson. Anyways, we have the hardest period of our life. 3 months we're in Batumi. Business keeps going down. We're getting more in debt. And literally to the point, guys, like my mom and my business partner's mom starts to get letters through the mailbox in London because everything is registered back home. You owe this much. The debt collectors are going to come soon and start taking things out of your parents' houses.
Oh shit.
As a man, what does that trigger in you?
Oh, I mean, I would feel terrified, to be honest.
Survival instinct, right?
Yes.
I cannot let my family down, right? Something new emotions start. Fuck. We wake up, we go to work. There's not even a question. Like we go every single day, co-working space, terminal in Batumi on the thing. Every single day we go 7 a.m.
Terminal, sponsor us, please.
Terminal sponsor us. We're going to bring all the digital nomads to Tbilisi. You need to open 2 more places, one Vakia, one Sabotalo. Anyways.
By the way, you can actually make that happen, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not even a fucking...
No, of course, bro. We can make everything and we can invest into a space and bring them all there and get commission from the monthly.
Thanks for playing it along.
Exactly. We can monetize
Go
this
ahead,
many
go
ways.
ahead. So Terminal Batumi.
Terminal Batumi, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every single day. Fuck, my mom is about to get hit by debt collectors. I need to make it work. And when a man goes under pressure like this was the bottom of the bottom, by the way. It's very hard to go from nothing to something, but it's harder to go from something and a penthouse to bottom, like debt. You go from luxury lifestyle to absolutely nothing. That transition is something a lot of men cannot handle because they still believe I'm that guy. But this is where you need to have a conversation with yourself, sit down. I was very lucky to have a business partner like you two guys. And you just literally sit down and you tell yourself, bro, we fucked up here. We fucked up here. We're going to make a change. We're going to come back to London. By New Year's, we're going to become fucking pay everything off. And we're going to like clear all the debts. And we're going to put respect on our name. And that's exactly what happened. Again, story, comeback villain. We went 3 months, co-working space, no results. The moment we were like, fuck, maybe we should actually go back home, come clean to our parents, tell them we fucked up, we're gonna have to change things. We said, let's give it another month. And what came for? It was November 2024, Black Friday, right? Christmas. Our brand goes from 150K in debt to 10,000 in revenue a day. 20,000 in revenue a day.
And any specific moment that triggered that kind of growth?
The desire in the market shifts. the parents were ready to buy gifts. Do you
Okay.
understand? So you can have...
But did you push harder in marketing or something?
Yeah, we gave our best. So remember I said, let's give it one more month. We give our best. We hired more UGC creators. We borrowed more money. We borrowed stock. We went
We
all
risked
in.
a lot,
Yeah,
yeah.
we hired some marketing guy. We like risked even more than what we had. And boom, November 29th, 2024, Black Friday, we hit £100,000 a day in sales, you know? And with that type of volume, you can pay off debts in like 3 to 4 days. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So what happens to us? We understand the biggest lesson of our life. Fuck, we have a crazy business, and our business is crazy when we understood the cycle of the business. So there's a lot of businesses that sell winter clothes. There's a lot of businesses that sell summer clothes. There's a lot of businesses
So
that
you
sell
didn't have enough
gifts.
data back then, and now you realize that your business has certain type of cycle.
Now we have
you know,
data.
Yeah.
And what
Now
happens?
you know where to push, where to hold back, stuff
Exactly.
like that.
So we went from lucky to broke.
That's the downside of, like non-traditional way. Like you had a certain type of analyst back then. You've done everything you could
Yeah.
because of your drive and because you ignored the rules. But the simplest rule that there was, because you just needed to have one financial analyst,
Exactly.
and he would tell
we
you
had
that,
no
okay,
experience
yeah,
and no education.
hold
We
back all the
only had
cash, man.
and we learned on the way with experience.
On your own
2024 Black Friday, we do £100,000 a day. 2024 Christmas, we do 3.5 million in the last 60 days in pounds. We clear out all our debts.
A lot of green, man. A lot of
We
green.
pay everything off. We cover our mom's holidays. We buy them gifts. We do everything. And what do? After learning our mistakes, we move to Georgia.
I was gonna ask that exactly.
Bravo.
So why? Because you feel like
Because in
Georgia made that happen?
Yes,
Or-
Georgia plays a part of my success, and I'll be very transparent. Because firstly, I moved out of my comfort zone from London, from my friends, from my social life, and I put myself somewhere where it was me and another London guy just sitting in an apartment trying to make money. And we had no time to meet friends. We had no time to meet girls. We were just doing our thing.
Avoiding distractions.
And as a man that's, for example, lives...
Okay, so you artificially created that.
I created the environment. Remember genetics and environment conversation? I artificially created an environment to succeed. Which what? Guys, every Friday we have friends that call us, let's do this, right? I had no money to do anything on the weekends, and I also had no friends because we were in Georgia, Tbilisi.
I faced a
Batumi.
similar thing in the UK. I'm just trying to understand, like, if you were us, here in Georgia,
You guys have
all
a
these
big friend group?
distractions are still, of course, man. Like, but we're at a certain age where it's not as easy. Like when you're 25, just give a call and everybody's up for a party. And now it's not like that.
Everyone has families now, kids,
Yeah.
debts.
Yeah. Life
life.
issues. No energy left.
Exactly. So we created an environment, and Georgia for us was the place where we pretty much every single time we came here, we made a lot of money, right? And then we went to London to spend it all, and we did make again the same mistake. So after
Overspending.
2024, we went to Mexico, Tulum, to celebrate 3.5 million in sales. It was around $800,000 profit,
Net,
something like that.
A lot of
Me and my
money.
business partner, you know what I'm saying?
How many guys?
2 guys.
So for 2 guys, like
2 guys.
800,000
Yeah.
pounds.
We have another business partner from France. He's our CFO. He has 10% of the company. We met in university as well. All of us met in university. So that's why you should go to uni to meet your business partners, but not to study and then leave.
Everyone's saying the same thing. It's only for the connections and networking.
Social. Exactly. Guys, the lesson in this podcast is to keep trying everything, getting the best thing out of it, combining it together and becoming yourself. That's it.
So what happened in Mexico?
In Mexico, we spend big, Like we spend a lot of money. We spend probably around
It's a wrong place to spend a lot of money.
It was a wrong place to spend
in
the
many
money.
ways.
subscribe to Patreon for this part of the podcast. We spent a lot of money on the wrong things, but we had a very good time. However, we were still working because we adopted from our previous fear and struggle, from our previous kind of struggle and trauma. We understood that we cannot take breaks, we can have fun, but we still have to work during the day. You know, that's what it is being an entrepreneur. You can have fun, but you're gonna have to work that day. You need to understand that early on. There is no on and offs. There is on, and if I want to have fun, I need to become the person who can work and have fun, wake up and work. That's the secret. So in Mexico, we spent 6 figures in the 2 months on having fun, Airbnbs, parties.
What kind of fun did you had?
Fun, you know. We watch a lot of like...
You were asking that?
Yes,
6 figures, but two guys.
I mean...
we spent 25K a month each.
It's like a corporate
Right.
party in Mexico, you know? Like the
Bolivian
more you
party.
have, more you spend kind of thing, you know?
But yeah.
You spend as much as you can afford.
So we spent 6 figures in Mexico alone. And we had a good amount of money left in the business account. And the decision we made was, let's move to Georgia full time. And it's 2026.
Still here.
The brand did 8 figures in 2025 since we moved to Georgia.
That's a magical place.
Well done,
man.
mate.
That's
Well
a
done,
magical
really.
place.
Honestly, Georgia is the best country on planet Earth.
Couldn't agree more. Even though like we lack the same success as you have, we still think that it's the best place in the world.
The world is going from offline to online.
Okay, so so the point is that it's not about location. That's what you mean. You can make it from anywhere.
As long as Georgia doesn't get nuclear bombed by another country,
That's the problem. You might get nuked. Bro.
Did you just coach us?
in a good way, right? Like, I mean, I got into
but
that.
guys, it's fine, honestly.
Yeah, no.
The people don't understand that the shift is not about politics. It's about
He did that, right?
digital.
Was that been coached?
Yes, I did.
Was that rehearsed or you
It
just
wasn't
did that on
rehearsed.
spot?
It's just we started the podcast on the
No,
snot, and then I wanted to
Hey,
understand
I'm
if you guys
exciting,
understand
bro.
what I mean.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
And
He's tough.
that's exactly like I lost my chain of thoughts.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So basically,
that's my fault. I'm sorry.
You were challenging my perception
I'm sorry,
of
yeah.
Exactly.
you
I was
know
trying to see.
that it's not really based on the location.
No.
It's you know
So
you can
for
make it from
anyone
anywhere.
watching again this podcast that's from Georgia and wants to make it, I want you guys to understand that it doesn't matter where you are unless obviously your country gets nuclear bombed and destroyed and you're forced to
Right.
migrate. And the shift happens from offline to the digital world, okay? From trying to get a job and appeal to people to sitting in your room, and as nerdy as it sounds, and look at me, bro, I'm the guy who never wanted, I wanted to go out, meet girls, do business in person, meet everyone, drink and have fun. That's how I thought I'm gonna get rich. It's you coming to your room, investing $300-400 into a laptop. You can even have just an iPhone. Sitting down in Georgia
In a dark
and
room.
spending times on your wants, becoming
In
the
hours.
person who prints cash online. Like, that's it. Guys, I am 99.9% built on mindset, okay?
Yeah.
Like, no joke,
Yashimaru,
right?
yeah.
Georgians watching this, I paid an Indian editor last month in 2025, December.
I need to find it.
$3,000 salary plus $7,000 commission for the video he made.
What kind of edit he made?
No, so basically in our brand, right, we have our internal advertisements, and then we also offer something called ad bounties, which is, for example, if you guys have an idea for my business and you make the short form ad and it starts printing money, I'll give you 1% of revenue. So his ad generated around like $400,000 in revenue, and he got paid. And the message I saw is, oh my God, bro, I've never seen this much money in the world. My mom, my dad, my granddad never had so much money in the one account. You changed my life.
Exactly,
And guys,
exactly.
that's why you have to be around people, you know? I'm like a big believer in like, I wasn't face to face around people that were making money, but the only things I consumed, the only people I read tweets and X from, got a lot of value from X,
Yeah.
I'll be honest. It's the best business platform in the world because it's not about the views, it's about value, and only the people that have value get likes, you know what I'm saying? So I brainwashed myself that I wasn't really living in Georgia or I wasn't really living in London. I was living in my niche, and my goal was to destroy every motherfucker in that niche. And this year we fucking did. You know what I'm saying? So for you
glad you're
guys,
doing
it's like
fine, man.
you need competition, you need pressure, you need this like survive. Like you need to be like, I want to be better than that guy. It's very good. It's only bad when you actually become envious and it makes you kind of like hate people.
Bitter.
But bro,
Yeah.
I feel competition every single day when I'm around people. I feel like we all feel emotions, right? We all feel a bit of jealousy when we're people. It's normal. It's about how you control and react to. You know what I'm saying? I can look at someone and be like, fuck, he's so rich, boom, boom, boom. And then I'll tell myself, I respect him. He's done well, but I'm going to do better and go lock in. I'm not going to hate. Final thing I want to say is another characteristic as a man, as a young man who's competitive and wants to become rich, you need to have is, we just done a 3-hour podcast, and on my mom's live, I feel like I didn't do good enough. Every single day, no matter how much I achieved, I felt like, Pavle, but you could have done another hour, you could have been more prepared, you could have prepared the notes, you could have studied, you could have spoke to the guys, you could have asked for a brief, you could have asked for context, you know what I'm saying? Which what's gonna trigger? I'm gonna go sleep, I'm gonna speak to you guys, and I'm gonna make sure the next time I'm better.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's great drive,
It's exactly from your experience. It's exactly like you said. So it's just a part of the process. You didn't do well today. You're gonna do better the next time, and you did perfectly today. If you ask me, bro, you really do have this energy, you know. And thanks a lot for that. I think this is just the beginning of something big.
I think Georgia is about to be on the map for like digital stuff. Honestly. I get this energy.
It kind of has been for a while, to be honest.
If there is one person, and it can be, for example, your podcast, it can be my personal brand, who blows up in Georgia from making money online, it's gonna trigger the catalyst, right?
I think if you Google, best place for digital nomads nowadays, there's gonna be like Portugal and a few other countries, and then there is.
You're
Georgia.
gonna like this one. So remember we talked about opportunity, blah blah blah. There is a gap in the market. There is not one person in Tbilisi, Georgia, who's known to become a millionaire from online money game, right?
Yet.
Is there not?
I think
I'm trying to think of something.
Because you need to think there isn't.
Yeah, right.
Not yet.
And on this podcast, I
was.
think we planted a seed.
Yeah, maybe that's we're gonna break through.
But that's how it is. Like there is always a guy from one country became a footballer or a fighter, and then he motivated the generation, right? So all these young kids in Georgia thinking like, can I, blah, blah, blah.
You're hyping me up too much. I mean,
so there is a gap, and you guys should see this, and we should all have a friendly, competitive environment and try to get this whole online money game, this whole entrepreneurship, digital nomad, and install these beliefs into people in here, that it's not about your geographical location and who you are, where you're from. It's about, are you competent? Do you speak English? Do you look presentable? Then you can become a fucking millionaire. I'm out of words. I spoke for 3 hours. I'm a bit out of words now.
Nice. Only beginning. It's only the beginning. So we're gonna be collaborating.
Thank you for having me. Tbilisi, Georgia is the best place on planet Earth. Lock in and make money online. That's it.
Let's do it. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, guys.